Hey guys, welcome to Tactor's tutorial. In today's video, we'll learn about Leonardo AI Image to Image Leonardo AI tutorial. It is a step-by-step guide to follow easily, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. So let's dive right in. Now here is what the dashboard looks like. So here onto the home section, you should be able to see the different featured models in here. And actually these featured models will help you guide your generation. So as you can see, you could use this as a reference onto your generation. Now for example, if you're actually trying to generate something like spirit creatures, this is actually the perfect model to use for that. So from whimsical fairy-like beings to mythical creature, you could create unique cute spirit characters for this using this specific model. So these are actually from Leonardo. We actually have the pixel art in here and character portraits if you want to see your generation, something like that. So you could just go ahead and browse through the different featured models that it offers so that you could use it. Here onto the recent creation, so these are the same as well onto the website. The only difference is here, once you're already logged in, you could actually see the different prompts that it offers. So it is the prompt that was used to generate this. Actually, you could see also the different settings that was used and the model that was used as well. So you could use this as a reference if you want to create something like that. You could just copy the prompt, adjust it as per your liking, or use the same model that has been used onto this generation. So there are a lot of things that could spark your creativity onto your own generation here onto Leonardo AI. Now let's go here onto the left side. If you've noticed, you have this token in here. So these tokens are actually what you use onto your generation here, and there are actually 130 as of the moment right now. But if you want more, you could just simply upgrade to a different plan. So we're currently using the free plan today, which are just 150 fast generation per day, and it will just regenerate daily. But there are actually other options in here or other offers. We have the Princess, Artisan, and Maestro, and these are the different monthly plans or their amount. So we could actually subscribe to that if you want to use this, and if you want more details, we have the different plan details in here and the features that are offered onto each specific plans. Scrolling down further, you should be able to see the frequently asked questions on Leonardo AI on what makes it different and how does the model work and what counts as a generation. Now going back onto the dashboard, so here onto the left side, you should be able to see the community feed. So these are like just a compilation of the different things that are done by other users. You can actually still see the different prompts and things that are used onto the settings onto the generation. You could filter it by trending, new, and top, your own personal feed or your own generation onto this account. So there are actually different options in here to see also the followers feed and like feed if you have followed someone or like. And there are actually some training data sets in here wherein you could go ahead and build your own model. So you could just go ahead and train it in here and define some models. So we've seen this earlier onto the home and in the website, the different platform models that Leonardo AI offers. But you could see also the community models done by other users, your own models that you generated here onto the training and data sets, and some of your favorite models. Now here on the tools, we have the AI image generation, AI canvas, texture generation. We actually see the API access as well, settings, back and help, and the logout button. And for us to be able to go ahead and dive thoroughly onto the image to image tutorial, and here we're gonna go here onto the AI image generation. So onto this page, as you can see, here is where we could type in a prompt. If you've noticed the button in here, so it would go ahead and randomly generate some prompt that you could use to influence your photo. We could actually choose a find and model in here, the style, and the new feature onto Leonardo AI, which is the elements where you could go ahead and also inspire your generation using this. So you could actually see the negative prompt cell or the things that you don't want to see onto the image. So you could type in here the number of images, your token, some of the features like photoreal, alchemy, prompt magic, public images, image dimension, and some of the advanced control like its ratio and the guidance scale. And before it, this is where we're going to go ahead and add in the image to image features or the images that we're going to use as an input. But now it has been moved here onto the image guidance. So this is where we could go ahead and try to use this. We're gonna go ahead and click onto this one, and we're gonna go ahead and drag and drop or upload a photo in here as our image input for our image to image. So we're gonna go ahead and try to add a photo first. And as you can see, here are the different file formats that it offers. We have the PNG, JPEG, or WebP, and these are just up to 5 MB. So we're gonna go ahead and copy the photo out in here. We're gonna wait for this one to load so that once it's done, we could go ahead and adjust some things so that we could go ahead and add in the prompt to proceed with our image generation. Now, as you can see, this is the photo that we're going to use as a reference for image to image, and there are different types as well that you could choose from. So not just image to image, we have a lot of things in here like pattern to image, post to image, and many more. And there are actually a description available in here onto what the type is all about. So for image to image, it detects the color pattern and the overall entire look view of an input image, and will use this to guide your image generation. So you could adjust the strength in here if you're not familiar with that, the amount of image guidance applied. Higher values will more strongly guide the output, while lower values will potentially allow for more creative interpretation. So I think we could have this at around 0.38. So we could retain the same photo in here. And here, onto the prompt, what we need to do in here is actually I have prepared a prompt. So we could use this prompt out so that we could turn our cat into a cosmic explorer navigating the galaxies. We actually can see also in here the elements, so we could try to add something in here like an element, and it will just show the compatible only if you'll click onto this checkbox, so that we could actually guide some things onto your image generation. So you could choose which one is actually applicable for our generation. So I'm just gonna leave it for we won't add something first here onto our first generation. We're gonna use 4 tokens for that. Let's click on to generate and let's try to see what it will give us. So actually we could just tweak the different settings in here until we achieve what we want to see onto our photo generation. Now I did a lot of generation in here, trying to adjust the settings as well, and here are the first photos or set that we have got. So these are actually the first one, and it actually not showing the prompt that we have added. It just shows the photo of the cat that we have used as the prompt. So the next thing, we're actually getting into something in here since we're actually seeing something onto its backdrop like a galaxy or stars. And I think there is something like a little planet in here, and to the third generation, we're actually onto something in here already, onto a cosmic explorer, since we're actually seeing a suit or an astronaut suit in here. So for the first photo, it actually have some minor errors since it actually depicted another cat, but here onto the other one, I think there might be some things that are wrong within the limb, but overall, it is actually showing a cosmic experience already. Now onto the other generation, I kind of like how this one turned out since it is actually very cute. However, it lost the helmet type in here, and onto the other generation, it gone ahead and predicted 2 cats. So onto the last generation, I kind of like how this one turned out, and I'm kind of satisfied on how this one turned since onto this one I've actually used a Celtic punk element already with a weight of 30. So after a few adjustments, this is what I've got. So I'm kind of satisfied how this one turned out. So if you're not actually satisfied with how it turned out, you could just simply delete the image. But if you do, or you're satisfied already, you could download it here, and you could also copy this, unzoom the image, and remove the background. So as you can see, it is really showing what we want to see onto our generation. So you could just go ahead and use this as per your own liking or preferences. And that's just basically it onto using the image to image feature onto Leonardo AI. And if you think this has been helpful to you, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and we'll see you onto our next video.